My name is Amina. I stand before you today not because life was kind to me, but because God was faithful to me. If you see strength in my eyes, it is not because I was born strong. It is because I was once very weak, and God carried me when I could no longer carry myself. I was 7 years old when my parents died, when my world collapsed. Before they died, my life was simple. My mother used to sing while cooking. My father prayed with me every night before sleep. He would hold my hands and say, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Psalm 23, 1. I didn't know then how much I would need those words. One night, sickness came into our home, then silence, then strangers, then graves. I remember standing between two small piles of red soil, holding my mother's scarf, waiting for someone to explain how the world could end in one day. But nobody explained. They only left. The days people forgot me. At first, neighbors helped. They brought food. They touched my head and said, "Be strong." But days passed, then weeks. Food finished. Rent was demanded. The house was taken. And one morning I was standing outside with my small bag and nowhere to go. I remembered a verse my mother once read: "When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up." Psalm 27, 10. But at 7 years old, I did not understand how God could take me up when I was sleeping on the ground. Learning to survive, hunger became my closest companion. It walked with me in the morning. It lay beside me at night. I learned how to beg with my eyes. I learned how to eat slowly so the pain would wait. I learned how to fold cardboard into a bed. My clothes never changed. Rain washed them. Dust colored them. Shame followed me. Some people pushed me away. Some people pretended not to see me. At night, I whispered to myself, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Psalm 34, 18. But many nights, my spirit fell completely. There was one night, I will never forget it. I had not eaten for 2 days. My head was spinning. My body was shaking. I sat under a broken streetlight and cried like a baby. I shouted in my heart, "God, you took my parents. You took my home. What do you want from me?" Then I whispered, "Did I do something wrong?" I hugged my knees and said, "I am tired of being strong." Then I remembered another verse my father once read: "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." 1 Peter 5, 7. So I did. I cried until my tears became a prayer. And that night, I felt something, not a voice, not a hand, but peace, a quiet warmth around my heart, and I slept, bread from heaven. The next morning, I woke up expecting hunger, but God had already moved. A woman stopped in front of me. She said, "Child, who are your parents?" I said, "They are in heaven." She cried. She bought me bread. She bought me milk. I ate like someone who had been rescued from drowning. She said, "God told me not to pass you. I have been young and now am old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his children begging bread." Psalm 37, 25. And I knew God had seen me. Not every day was easy. Please hear me. God did not remove my pain in one day. Some days I still slept outside. Some days I still went hungry. Some days I cried for my mother until my chest hurt. But something changed inside me. I stopped believing I was cursed. I started believing I was protected. I held on to this promise. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 and D 11. That verse became my blanket till I became. Years passed. Help came little by little. A church woman let me sleep inside sometimes. A teacher paid my school fees once. Strangers became instruments of God. I grew, not without scars, but with faith. Today, when I see homeless children, I see myself. And I hear God say, whatever you did for one of the least of these, you did for me. Matthew 25:40. So I helped them because I was once the least of these. I tell you this story because suffering lies. It tells you that you are forgotten. It tells you that you are worthless. It tells you that God has abandoned you. But suffering is a liar. The Bible says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 35. My night was long, but morning came. My final words, if you are listening to me and you are broken, if you are hungry, if you are sleeping on cold floors, if you are asking God why, please hear me. You are not alone. You are not invisible. You are still loved. My name is Amina. I was an orphan. I was homeless. I was hungry, but I was never abandoned by God, and neither are you.